Yep. So yeah. So like yeah. Right now we're live, and then like just this here shoots to all the stuff, and then like you can have it like run straight to your page or your profile or wherever you want, unless you have a stupid camera that doesn't like to fucking stay in focus. But you know, is what it is, right? So since I have you here, why don't you tell us? Oh, hello everybody. This is Bill from the Veteran Art Collective. Can you tell us about the Veteran Art Collective?
Yeah, Veteran Art Club is a Facebook group where veterans share art. Is kind of simple of it. It came out of an idea through a couple buddies in Chicago. We just want to know how many veteran artists there were out there, and when they started joining, they started making stuff, and they were just more and more as we're going. My life has changed a lot, and my kind of interest with the group has changed a lot. So lately, I've just been finding people on Instagram, different vets, and going, "Hey, come over and share your art." And it's been working pretty cool. It's been, we got leather people, metal workers, a lot of gunsmithing. There's a lot of stuff that's been popping up over the years, and also like vets making connections. Like I was saying in our first attempt, last week was really upsetting because I get that news article in the morning with the vet that killed himself online on the video chat. So I'm thinking to myself, I've been sitting on the sidelines, retired social worker, long story, and wanted to just, there's other ways to use these mediums to connect with people. So I wanted to talk to other vets, get them to share stuff that's a little harder to do. That's written instead of visual stuff that vets are sharing in there. So that's kind of what I was asking you to do, and then technology happened. And
yeah, well, I mean, speed bumps happen, but that is better than just the random or the normal like squawking about Disney and politics and whatever state you live in bullshit that's on Facebook.
Yeah, I have a really strong distrust of nonprofits. So for me, it's just like I'm kind of just inviting people and let's share and let's not be me.
Yeah, no, because like even with that, like not your stuff, but like I was Facebook in general, like I'll see a lot of stuff that like I agree with, but it's just I've seen it for the 15th time today, and it's like, dude, I'm about to vote for the other team just because you specifically are pissing me off about it,
How many girls can sing and dance to the same TikTok song over and over again?
I refuse to get TikTok. Not, and this is kind of like a dumb way of thinking. It's not because I think it's stupid, but because it's just like that's a next generation thing. I'm too old for that. But the other thing is, it's like, hey, listen, that's Chinese spyware. They're gonna get all your information. It's like, dude, I had a top secret clearance. They already have all my information. But still, no.
Yeah, so you need my internet history. That's gonna solve a lot of the world's problems.
Yeah. No, and the other thing is like, oh, you're going to sell my information. Yeah, because Facebook's not already doing that. I only post there 40,000 times a day.
Yeah, TikTok's been my happy spot because it's just goofy shit when I turn on there. So
yeah, what's the other one though? Triller. I don't know too much about it. I just know that it's like kind of like a TikTok clone.
No idea.
No, okay. Well, going back to the art stuff, I see a lot of your paintings on Instagram. What do you paint with? Are you using oils or acrylics or?
Yeah, they're mostly all acrylics.
Okay.
Pretty much self-taught and been making up as I go along. Oils have been a lot harder to use. So I've only one try with that, and I was like, "Fuck that shit! I'm not doing this again. I can't do this."
Yeah, no, I haven't ever messed with oils and extensiveness, like just enough to be like, yeah, no, I'm good. But then I have found myself with acrylics. Like, how do I do this? And they're like, you need oils to do that. I'm like, what do I mix with my acrylics so I don't have to get oil? It's like, mix paint thinner with it. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've just been painting for just pretty much the ladies, kind of I've been going on for like a year or so now.
Yeah.
I realized the skin tone is a hard thing to learn. So I'm pretty much painting suicide girls from one region in Brazil. And so they've all been very friendly with with the art, and it's been a lot of fun to do.
Nice.
Good for my own stress relief.
Now, did you start off with them, or were you doing some other things? You're like, fucking, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do something I like. Damn it.
I did a lot of things. So I started originally because I was working in a job in Chicago, and I had one of my veteran volunteers. He was killed, and it just was too much for me. So I started art therapy at the Chicago VA.
Nice.
And it just kind of took off from there. I was originally just doing original stuff, monsters, escapes, and then more life happened, and I got, it was a really dark place a couple of years ago, and my concept with this is the suicide girls. You know, if I'm going to have these thoughts that are just ripping through my head all the time, I'm gonna think about suicide on my terms, and this is a better version for me.
Suicide's bad. We throw tits on it.
Yeah, there's not enough to it. So it's kind of concerning. So when I post some of these things on TikTok and they get banned, it's like, but this little girl can dance the WAP. I don't get how this works. But yeah, I've been working on those paintings for a while. I've been getting better and as I go. And one of the things that I saw when I was posting these things online was that a lot of vets just tried out painting themselves. One of my friends made some really awesome landscape thing. I just didn't know he had that much time to do the painting. But it's been cool to see these people. It's a lot of monkey see monkey do stuff. You know, I can do that too, type of thing. So
yeah. Yeah, no, like a lot of people don't realize how much time painting takes. And it's not because it like hour per hour, it takes a lot of time. It's like, all right, I'm going to work on like this bit and I'm going to go fuck off for an hour while this dries so I can come back to like do something else. And then like you see people like, I guess Bob Ross is the best example. It's like, I'm going to do this whole thing right now. It's like, dude, stop.
Yeah, it takes an incredible amount of time, especially these really big ones. They can take just absolutely forever, but it's a lot easier to get better at than a lot of other forms of art that I've messed with.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. What?
I think I have like 50 or so of these paintings. Not all these, but I think there's like 20 or so of these paintings, and about 50 I've made in total.
Nice. Like all that size?
No, mostly 18 by 24, and I got about 6 or so big ones.
Okay, all right, cool. Friggin', I mess a lot with I don't want to say mess around with, but like I'll just go to fucking Michael's or wherever, and it's like, oh, fucking 10-pack of whatever size this is, I'm down.
That's why I'll get the big ones because I don't want to pay full price for those. They're expensive. But I have a lot of fun. Like the scale is a lot more fun to mess with than the smaller ones.
Yeah. Do you grid them out beforehand, or is it just all eyeball and be like, all right, well, I guess this goes here, that goes there?
Oh hell no! I use a projector and trace it on there.
Nice. That's even better.
Because there's no way I could get any of this stuff symmetrical if I tried. And then from there, it's just about correcting the outline you messed up in the first place.
I guess one of the perks of it being bigger is like, you know, if you fuck up by this much, like that's nothing. But if you're working on a canvas this big, you fuck up by this much, it's like, all right, well, I gotta throw this out. A lot of paint over this bitch.
It's been really interesting to do. I've been taking a break from it lately just to work another house project. I just bought a house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
or I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with I'm sorry. I'm a homeowner, so I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, but I went from a county with like out by Detroit to a county with like 6 Corona, so I feel a little safer out here. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun with the art and seeing what the other vets come up with.
Yeah. One of the things I've noticed though with pertaining to the veteran community with art, and I'm not knocking it, it's just an observation, but it's like, all right, so you're like 40 years old, you spent 4 years in the Air Force, and all your paintings are from World War II battle scenes. Like, I mean, I guess it's what you like, you paint what you like, but it's like, hey, come on, guys, like make one of those dudes like have horns or something. Come on.
I think there's the art, like, as doing the aesthetic of it, art for art's sake, and then there's like you're trying to get some shit out of your system, and that's what I've always been more interested in. Is kind of, it all looks like cave drawings. It's very primal sometimes. It's very good. There's a art museum and a veteran art museum in Chicago where they got a lot of stuff in there. It's it's very visceral stuff, very original.
Wait. It's a whole museum of veteran art.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was there. I'll have to go check that out sometime.
Yeah, it's the National Veteran Art Museum, and they had a big Kurt Vonnegut exhibit at one point, and it's it's kind of rotate things through. They have a lot of stuff in stock. But yeah, that's the only one I know of. There's a couple veteran art organizations that have vets do art supplies or do social events that get them out there. Chicago Veterans, they do a yearly art show. There's a place out here in Grand Rapids, I think, that is doing some stencil drawing stuff. So I just kind of keep track of what I see on the internet and share it in the group. There's a lot of stuff happening kind of across the country. Art therapy, the profession, is a mess. There's no consistency throughout the nation on what that means as art therapy.
Well, I mean, like, art is extremely subjective, but it's very easy to argue that art's bullshit and unnecessary too. So like, you have to like give meaning to it if you like. And I'm not knocking art. I'm just saying, I mean, I like art. I'm an artist. I paint, but it's easy for an outsider to be like, oh, cool, you painted a flower, which I think is a big problem with like the art community at large, where it's like, all right, so I painted my dog and then rubbed the canvas on him, and it's a commentary on why we shouldn't be in Syria. Why?
I can here's an example. I was doing an art therapy master's in Detroit, and I went to this church that was run by old white church ladies, and they were filling snow globes full of glitter. And it was this African American group, and as soon as the white people leave, they're like, "Why aren't there, our representation?" So it was basically an art. I don't know what the therapeutic purpose of any of that was, but they were just filling things with glitter and not talking about anything.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel good doing it, I guess. But yeah, no, like if it's a therapy group, there should be some type of conversation going on with it,
Yeah, I went to a trauma program in Boston, and it's awesome. It's run by Home Base, and 2 weeks, and they had an art therapy thing that they did there that they used to introduce when they brought the spouses out, and it just really clicked with like a mask. Masks are really good where like inside or outside, and mask metaphor works with Beth a lot. That was the first thing I did in art therapy, was doing a mask out of plaster casting.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't get into plaster casting. I tried, and it just failed terribly. I either broke the mold or broke the thing I was trying to mold, or mixed it wrong and it just crumbled. Like I can get the thing done. Like I have one thing that I did that was like, all right, I can paint this and make it look good, but the rest of it's just I was no good at it. But
yeah, I eventually went into doing these things I'm calling nightmare catchers. They're a little harder to describe, but I kind of like tear apart the canvas. I'm using zip ties and a bunch of different others. Actually, I can go grab one of those things.
Yeah. Nightmare canvas. I'm gonna guess it's the opposite of a dream catcher.
Yeah, they're not happy.
Nightmare canvas. I imagine that looking like a dream catcher, but with like horns and a dagger in it, and maybe spiders. Although dream catcher is supposed to be a spider web, so maybe not that. What's the opposite of a spider? A fly? Flies? Beelzebub. That could be it. Fuck, there's a Carlito one. If you're watching this later, feel free to skip ahead like a minute. But if you're watching it now, too bad. So sad. Fuck, I'm almost out of Jameson. Oh, that's monstrous.
Yeah. So yeah, I made this in art therapy school as part of a project. I did like 10 of them, and we all had to bring our art into the school. And I had 10 of these things.
Nice.
So this was, I was pretty angry at the time. I got a couple others, and then I like could mix in like military objects.
Yeah. Well, what's that in the center? A flower pot, or what's all in it?
Oh, so it's the whole thing is a canvas that has been kind of shredded. There's a lot of zip ties, the suicide crisis bandana, flag, sailor cap, pirate bandana, a lot of rope. Yeah, because that was kind of the idea. Was I ran into something I read about veterans making art, and a lot of there was this one guy that made all this stuff out of his uniform objects and different things that he had, or trinkets that he brought back from overseas. And he's kind of shoved it into his art, and that's kind of what I was doing with some of these things. One of them's got a canteen shoved in it somewhere.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's different. I wouldn't have imagined anything like that. That's really fucking neat and creative, man.
Yeah, because my whole thing with learning through that when I was going to art therapy school was like a lot of these things are hard to put into words or images or anything, and they were just like you shove all this stuff into images and you have healed yourself. But it's more complicated than that because it doesn't make sense to me. Some of my story, but I
Yeah,
have really sharp memories of different fragments, and that's kind of the way it gets caught in the nightmare catcher. Is kind of the way I think about it.
yeah, huh, neat. So yeah, what did you do when you were in the Navy? Navy? I'm guessing.
Painting.
Yeah.
I painted. I got 2 awards for painting while I was in the Navy.
Like painting the ship, or
Yeah, painting the ship.
okay,
So
all right. Well,
I was in deck on I was on a destroyer, an aircraft carrier.
okay.
That's basic seamanship, driving the ship, paint a lot of painting, rusts and pneumatic tools and stuff. So I got a award on my first ship for painting and an award on my second ship for painting. I cross-rated to do aviation boatsmate stuff, which is flight deck. Which I had no training in, but I had plenty of training in painting, so I painted all of their spaces inside, and they gave me an award for that. Yeah.
Dude, that's got to be the worst though. Is like on your resume, it's like, hey, so I have 2 awards for painting. Yeah, what'd you paint?
Yeah, it's hard to get out there. I make it very clear to the VA people that all of my injuries were sustained while on a vehicle.
Yeah, no, that's a pain in the ass too. Like I just had my yearly make sure you're not dead fucking appointment last week.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, so has anything changed? I'm like, I don't know, everything still hurts. Like, okay, good. Anything new hurts? Nope. All right, well, I'm gonna need you to start taking let's see, your vitamin D's up, so that's good. And I'm gonna need you to take fish oil tablets. Okay, thanks. I'll see you guys in a year.
Yeah, I don't know. My life's pretty tied to the VA. Get my meds, but yeah, it's so I don't know. I don't know how much you know about my history, but I had the Georgia VA actually sent up 3 police to my house over a painting while I was painting it live on Facebook.
Wait, what? What?
So I was having a lot of problems with the Detroit VA when I was trying to get care. And I'm a soldier, so I know what I'm supposed to get. I know what my patient rights are, and I wasn't getting them. They weren't following up with things. I did this painting on live, tagged it as it was at the VA, and I was thinking about what kind of creature would haunt this VA. And I was thinking about like Candyman, and I was like, you got like a new. So I got this rope right on my like he's got like a noose hook type of thing.
Yeah.
And I took a photo of me, and I put the VA behind me, and I said, "Welcome to the Suicide Factory." And just started painting on Facebook Live. The next morning, the police were looking for me on the grounds of the VA because they don't know how the internet works. And then later that day, while I was painting, the police showed up, and I basically talked myself out of getting hospitalized. They were going to drive me personally to the Detroit VA. A couple of days later, the chief of psychology terminates my mental health services.
Is it the exact opposite thing you would want to do at that point?
I was asking for an audit of my case because I wasn't getting the care I was supposed to be getting, and the chief of psychology decided to terminate my services in a letter.
Nothing.
Yeah, so it's been kind of rough. I had a med withdrawal. They happened a couple months later. I went to the VA to try to tape a neon pink sign that said, "Why did you terminate my mental health services?"
Yeah.
On the director's door, police came up behind me. We had a conversation that didn't go in my favor, and I'm getting arrested. Yeah, so it's my relationship with painting in the VA has been very complicated. So I ended up moving the other side of Michigan, and VA's been awesome out here. No problems. They got my care set up.
Nice. Yeah, no, when I first got out here, they were like, all right, so you had to go check into the VA hospital. I'm like, all right, that's, right down the street from where I'm at. So I go check in there. No, you're supposed to go to the other one. I'm like, the other one? And I had to drive 2 hours north to check in there so they would process my paperwork and send it down to the one in the town that I'm in. I'm like, what? But, whatever.
Yeah, they're using this really old technology. That's the big thing. So you got to like check in with mothership VA so you can use the satellite VA. I'm just happy now that because of this virus, they're forced to get to the technology.
Yeah.
I was able to get registered at VA without even going inside, which is something you wouldn't do before. Yeah, that VA journey is a bastard. I was doing a lot of social work with vets, and the kind of things you see is just there's very good experiences in the VA, and there's very bad experiences. It's all depending on the people you run into.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people not get what they're supposed to get, and because people aren't doing their jobs, or people are doing their jobs but not the right time, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like what's funny is like when you're in the fucking medical service is even fucking worse. Like I went to the BAS one time and I was like, hey, my throat hurts. I think I have strep. And they're like, you don't have strep. I'm like, I've had strep like 14 times and I have strep, but whatever. So this corpsman checks me out and he's like, all right, your throat's clear. Stop eating spicy food.
I know, that's it. All right.
I eat at the fucking chow hall. They don't make spicy food there, you know? And then like I came back like a couple hours later, you know, hoping to get somebody else. Like, oh yeah, that's strep. I'm like, thank you. Can you fire that other guy? No, you can't fire that. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I got to my second shift. I spent a lot of time in medical. Maybe I got a cyst in my arm. I spent like 6 months going to the medical, having to repack this hole in my arm. And it's like that's my military experience. I'm hanging out in the medical day on the ship.
Yeah. Do you mind what happened to your arm?
It was a cyst.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was not a great way to spend your mornings.
No. Did you have to like drain it?
No, I had to go down the medical every day for him to take out gauze, put it back in, clean it. Yeah, and I had to wait in line.
That's nasty. Dude, I had one of my buddies once. We had a bonfire and it was like early in the night. Like we were like on our second beer and somebody else got into a fight and a guy got knocked down, hit my buddy and like landed on him, but they were like in the fire and it burnt fucking half his arm off. And you know, we only had like 2 beers, but we still didn't want it to be like an alcohol related incident. So I took him back to my room and then like turned on the shower, gave him a bottle of rum. And I was like, here, drink this. This is going to fucking hurt. And then like scraped all the charred shit off his fucking arm with like the green side of a fucking sponge. And then I think it was like a Friday. And then like Monday we go to medical and it's like, oh yeah, sorry. There was an accident with a fire. We were sober. This was last night. But then like after that for like a month, since I was the guy that took him in, like I had to be the person that like undid his shit and then like cleaned all the stuff off and then like poured like the saline on it and then like wrap it back up. But it was like gross because like you could see like, the pores were like this big in his arm. It was that fucking deep. But what was weird is when it healed up, all of his tattoos, none of them were affected at all.
Wow. The
yeah, like
was still smoother.
Yeah. No, like you couldn't tell he was a fucking burn victim, but he had like 2nd-degree burns, like fingertips to fucking elbow. But I'm pretty sure this guy's fucking immortal because like he's also had like 9 concussions, like accidentally shot himself in the leg and like shattered his fucking femur and then just was walking again a couple weeks later. Like yeah, I don't know. Like holstered his pistol and the pistol fucking had a malfunction and shot through his fucking leg. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not usually the big gun person, but I realize why everyone wants them.
Yeah,
that's exactly the thing I'm worried about.
well, I mean, he was on the range.
Oh, he's on the range. Oh, well, all right.
Dude, no, we had another guy. Fucking, this was so. There was like 4 Marines, and we went down to this course at Fort Bragg, and it was like us and then like a bunch of Army dudes. And my buddy Bill comes off the line, and he's like bleeding from like the knee. And he's like, "Oh, I think I was shot. The fuck's this about?" So he goes to the medical truck. They don't call ceasefire or anything. They just like look at it. Oh, you're good. Patch it up. Must have been a ricochet or something. And then like about a month later, we go to Quantico and his like knee still hurting. So he goes to medical, the X-ray, and there's a fucking bullet in his kneecap. And it's like, oh, well, let's pull that out. Thanks, Army, for taking care of this fucker.
At least you get a souvenir.
Yeah. I mean, they let him keep it, which I from what I understand isn't a big thing, but
I remember boot camp. They wouldn't let me keep my wisdom teeth.
Me either.
No limit.
Yeah. But I didn't know I was getting them taken out until I was already in the chair. So, I mean, but if yours are in boot camp too, you probably, well, we both had naval medicine, so I'm imagining similar circumstance.
My memory of it was them blindfolding me and then breaking the teeth apart to remove them from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like awake for the whole thing. And you hear that crunching going on. And you're like, what the fuck is this shit? And you get that like thing in your mouth holding it up from the other side.
Yeah, the scoop, whatever that is.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I just remember the nurse singing to me during this whole thing.
You're not helping.
It's not soothing. It's not working out for me. I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, I was talking to somebody not too long ago, and they were saying that they went to go get their wisdom teeth checked out, but they'd already grown in and like were fine. Like I guess he just lucked out with the mouth genetics to be okay with that. I was like, huh.
You know, like a long jaw or something.
No, he doesn't have a weird face. But like one of the other things though is like people complain about that and they're like, oh, why do we even have this body part? It doesn't, do anything, or like it kills you if you do it wrong. And it's like, well, I mean, if you think about it, like more than 100 years ago, by the time those grew in, you probably already lost 2 or 3 teeth. So you had the space for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. Most of my days have been pretty slow. Actually, I wasn't expecting to talk this long. I think that was.
Well, I mean, I can go.
No, I'm good. I just, I'm pretty antisocial. I think that's kind of what I'm reaching this limit of interaction. I'm like, but yeah, I've been having kind of a weird life. I know. But yeah, no, I'm realizing I got to get back to this painting one day. It's been fun. Yeah, sorry, I think I got to take a break.
Hey, I'll see you around then, man.
Cool, man. Have a good day.
You too.